you awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Yeah, I'm awake. Sorry, I just can't sleep.
Are you thinking about him?
Yeah, a bit. Usually get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
I don't know. It seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox on a snowy mountain, just looking confused and worried. Those eyes. I can't get those eyes out of my head. She was running in the windy snow, looking for something.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Well, if you're not going to sleep anyway, you should tell me. I want to hear.
All right. She couldn't stay, though. She had to find her other 2 children. So she took that path. She followed it towards something ancient. Something with answers. The fox looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree. It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time. pretending it didn't bother me, but it did. I imagined my friends growing old in the bush, unable to find that thrill in those godforsaken ice fields. It's like those mountains were a literal wall, keeping me from leaving, where all I would have to look forward to are lumber yards and evening beers. I had to climb over. That was my only goal for a long time. mother stood nearby, unfazed, like nothing was wrong. My dad is dead, and he's never coming back, Rachel. I can tell you these stories, but I can never reminisce with him again. He can never hold a grandchild that we'll probably never be able to have. I can never talk to him again, and I'll never be able to say I'm sorry for everything.
Joseph, you can't go to sleep feeling like this. I'm sorry for everything, and I know you need space, but I'm here for you. You don't need to feel so lost. Joseph, have I ever told you what my mother was like? You know what it's like not to have a mom at home. And you know how hard that made my childhood. What helped me was watching the birds in the morning before the school bus came. I thought that my mother was one of those birds, and it made me want to be free like her. My mom taught me how to fold origami cranes while she was in the hospital. So I told myself I would fold one every day until I could fly myself. I think we both have always loved animals, and for me that love started with a dog. Sometimes this Rottweiler would come up to our property line and wait at the fence for me, but only once in a while. I was sure to check every day immediately after school, and it usually ended in disappointment. I would even steal money from my passed out dad just so I could buy these off-brand dog biscuits. Even when she did stop by, she never went beyond the fence. Why was she so scared? I think my dad was the opposite of your dad in almost every way, except he was in the military as well. He coped with alcohol of every kind. The trailer started falling apart, he got angry, and I withdrew. More and more I became the weird, quiet kid who made lots of origami birds and carried dog biscuits around. I think we were pretty similar when it came to being the weird kids. And that same sincerity in college was one of the reasons I was so drawn to you. Life got worse and worse, and at one point, I really didn't think I could survive another day with my soul still intact. I had no real friends, let alone neighbors, since we lived in the middle of nowhere. I should have talked to my teacher, but I was scared what he would do if he found out. As I waited for the school bus one morning, I walked around until I found something in an abandoned shed. Something I can't put into words. I summoned courage I didn't know I had, and I broke into my dad's room and found the key to the shed where he had locked my bike. I'll never forget that feeling. The wind rushing by my ears as the sun rose over fields of wheat. I was flying for the first time. I biked as far as my legs could take me until I found a house that felt friendly, and that felt like home. Those strangers helped me in so many ways. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have found my foster family. And if it wasn't for my parents, I wouldn't have met you. You have strength, Joseph, and you're not as alone as you think.
It's all just so pointless. Just waiting for life to happen. It's like having the home I always wanted is cursed out of my reach. The thought of being a parent myself, how could I do that when I couldn't even be a good son? I'm sorry, I know what you're saying. I just don't know how things will work out. These quiet hours will turn into years. We'll wonder which roads passed us by.
Then we'll forge a new road together. Besides, I discovered for myself that one fateful morning where any hopeful road leads to. There may be thorns and mist, but it always leads to the same thing.
And what's that?
Family.
I'm so glad that you're part of my family, Rachel.
And I'm glad you're part of mine.
The fox knew her last cub would be waiting for her at the first tree. She was almost there. The rain cascaded onto the jade valley where the entrance to the tree was. Life was protected there, because that's where life began. It was now only a mother and a daughter left. Items from my
Thanks for the good luck.
the ground as she moved closer to her destination and destiny.
How would you even pronounce your name? I don't really know. AX? AX? Alright. Thanks, AX. Yeah, Breath of the Wild because it's like the biggest area in the game. Mostly just storytelling and good visuals. The gameplay mechanics are very simple and not that amazing. You can sort of brake slide. If you just sprint and move left and right as fast as you can, then you kind of shuffle forward, but it's not faster. It kind of looks like a sideways brake slide, but it's not fast at all. There's still slow speed though, so going up slopes, slow, going down slopes is fast. So if you're going up slopes, you should strafe left and right, because it kind of resets your speed a little bit. It doesn't do anything on flat ground though. Also, I'm not sure if this route is faster or if going left is faster, because you have to go to the right anyway. But in my last run, I went to the left first, so we'll see if that was faster or not. Thanks, man. I need intense focus on this whole W game. But it goes without saying that storytelling games aren't great speedruns, and you know they shouldn't really be. I'm just kind of testing, see if I find anything.
In the distance, the first tree illuminated the wasteland. She couldn't go home anymore. She did the only thing she was capable of: moving forward. My dad died alone in the middle of the wilderness. I should have been talking to him more. I should have done a lot of things differently.
If the first tree on Earth brought life with it, if it taught the birds to sing and fly and showed saplings how to grow, what could it do for us?
There was a letter I received yesterday from a name I didn't recognize, with a quote I can't stop thinking about. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. More and more, I'm realizing one important truth. Each of us have our own journey to the first tree. But sometimes I'm not sure I'm ready to take that first step.
You already have my love.
Moving on this route is kind of awkward because you slide, since it's not flat ground anywhere really, so you slowly but surely slide either left or right, so you have to be careful not to fall off.
Your journey was over, but I have no idea. It was only a dream, a distraction from tomorrow.
I don't think dreams normally bring back to memory so many important feelings. Maybe it was just a dream, but it was also a gift.
Yeah, I suppose. But tomorrow we're getting on a plane to the last place on Earth I want to be. The only person that would have made the trip worth it is gone.
You're going to see him and be with him one last time.
Yeah, from a spectator's
I have one last quote for you by Henry.
what is it called? Spectator perspective. This game doesn't seem that much fun. I mean, it was fun to play when I didn't know what to do, but there are so few gameplay mechanics that it's all about the story and visuals too, sure.
Thanks for listening.
I mean, I went out of bounds, but it wasn't useful.
Good night, Joseph.
I'm not sure what this game has to offer really for speedrunning, but it's not. It shouldn't really have anything. It shouldn't be expected. Okay, so going to the left is faster than going to the right. Yeah, I figured you can kind of clip into the tent. As long as you like click on where they want you to click, then you can stand wherever.
What the hell?
This part is kind of funny because you catch up to him pretty easily. And I guess you could like cut corners a lot in this area. It depends what's where the invisible walls are. I don't really know. You can't jump that high right now, so I think it's just like having good lines. Yeah, the trick counter is just really simple Java program. I asked him if he could like update it, make a new version where you could use hotkeys instead of having to click with your mouse on success or fail. But he said that, oh, it's a very old program, it just took me like a few hours to make or whatever, and I haven't done that. I haven't looked at it in so many years, so I don't have the files anymore. But I could probably make a new one day. And then I said, yeah, sure, I'll give you a few bucks if you decide to do that, because I think it's a fairly useful program. So maybe he will take a look and make a new one, hopefully. Actually, I should be able to just cross the, oh, okay, the invisible wall. Because you could go like around here. I kind of want to split here, but I don't know. It's like when you lose control. I love the fact when you lose control, you split like that's the end of the game. But the title screen is coming up really shortly, so that's why I split last time. I'm not really sure what I want to do. If there ever will be a community, then we'll have to vote on either lose control there or this screen right here. Man, that was a bad run. I lost 11 seconds in the last segment. I should have lost a few seconds because I couldn't sprint right away. But apart from that, it's weird. I guess I tried to cut corners too much and I lost speed.